Friends, recently, just now, today, uh, one of my students sent me a Vivekananda quotation, which reads like this: My faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation. Out of them will come my workers. They will work out the whole problem like lions. I have formulated the idea and have given my life to it. So, what we need to understand is what is the work that Vivekananda is talking about. The work. This work, first we have to distinguish whether it is internal work or the external work. Because most followers of Vivekananda, ardent, popular followers of Vivekananda, have this debate about whether this work is internal work, which is Atmano Mokshartham, or Jagathitaya, external work. No, according to me, Swami Ashokananda was one of the greatest followers of Vivekananda. Persons who understood Vivekananda, among them, he will be one of the foremost disciples of Vivekananda. Now, according to him, these two are not two different ideals. If you have liberated yourself, Atmano Mokshartham, if that ideal has been fulfilled by you, automatically, not automatically though, but if this, in the real sense of the term, you are able to work on this line, the other ideal is also getting fulfilled. Okay. And if you are working for the second one ideal also, this first ideal is also being fulfilled. Okay. We have to understand. There is a whole lecture about it of Ashokanandaji. You can read in his books. Now, when Vivekananda says, today is January 12th, Vivekananda National Youth Day. Today is 2024. Okay. I'm trying to tell you a very important thing here. Most followers of Vivekananda are the strongest followers, proponents of Vivekananda. Once they start in the devotion path, what happens is the advantage is that they will be devotees and they'll progress in a certain way, in a protected way. But the disadvantage is they think devotion means sentiment, but devotion means commitment. Commitment to the already taken decisions or arrived at conclusions that you have formed with knowledge. So knowledge is to analyze and conclude and decide something on the basis of facts. Devotion is once you decided with that knowledge, whatever you decided, to stick to it day in and day out, morning, evening, come what may, in whatever circumstance, you with enthusiasm, with love, you need to stick to it, the same decision that you have taken, consistently, all life, no complaints. Okay? That drive comes from devotion. Devotion is extremely important, but the polarized mind or the not so evolved mind thinks when I say devotion is very important, it thinks knowledge is less important. If I say knowledge is very important, they think the person is saying against devotion. No. Please understand. We need all these four faculties according to Vivekananda. He said Jnana, Bhakti, Yoga and Karma. All these four have been exemplified in a very excellent fashion in Sri Ramakrishna's life. Only that person who is able to cast himself in the mold of Sri Ramakrishna in all these four yogas, which is Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Raja Yoga and Dhyana Yoga, you can say. So in these equal parts almost, okay? You are able to synthesize them and then cast yourself in the mold of Sri Ramakrishna. Only then such a person, he said, is a representative of Ramakrishna or a follower of Vivekananda. Okay. Now, coming back to this work thing, okay. The internal external, I've told you, the distinction people see is actually not there in reality. But in the beginning, see, sun is always there. When you are moving closer to sun, you take pictures gradually at every stage. You see sun differently, but it is the same sun that you have been taking pictures of. Therefore, in the beginning it appears in particular way. Afterwards, it appears in a different way. This is the progression. Now, what is the work Vivekananda is talking about? What is the work Vivekananda said that he has given his life for? Okay. If you see, there is one instance, one reminiscence of Swami Shivananda. I think whether it is in For Seekers of God book or reminiscences of Swami Shivananda, some other book, Mahapurush Maharaj, I think. That Mahapurush, as we saw him, I think. Okay. So in that, Swami Shivananda, Tarak, he was brother disciple of Vivekananda. Both were Sri Ramakrishna's disciple. There are several other great disciples of Ramakrishna who are not so popular like Vivekananda, but they are nearly as great as Vivekananda. Okay. So this Shivananda once saw Vivekananda in the morning drying his pillow in the sun. Then what is happening? He thought it's a normal, usual maintenance work. But on the second day, and he often doesn't. So he wanted to see something. What is happening? Why is the pillow getting wet? So in the night when he was walking one day, he went and listened closely at the door of Vivekananda. Vivekananda is weeping like a child. He later found out that Vivekananda had to do this because he was crying all night, not for himself, or he doesn't have any relatives, wife, kids, nobody. He is not worried about his organization or the money donated to him or nothing like that. Not for disciples or anything. Not for money, not for himself, not for fame. Vivekananda was extremely concerned about everything that is going on in this world and its misery. Vivekananda, in Telugu, there is a movie called Rudravina. In that, there is a song. The lyricist wrote, a very famous lyricist. He wrote something like, Nenu saitam vishwa veenaku tantrinai murchanalu potanu. Okay. What it means is, if this whole universe is a veena, a musical playing instrument, string instrument, and it is getting lots of shocks, that those strings, okay, and even I will become a string of that veena, and I will also face those shocks because I am part of this universe so much so that I can feel everything now. Everything that is good in this universe, I can feel it. Everything that is bad, evil, everything I am able to feel at once. Okay. That was Vivekananda's condition. He was able to feel everything. For example, it is also written that he one night he woke up with a shock, and then he was not able to sleep, and somebody came. He said, there is something terrible that has happened in this world. I don't know what has happened. And next day morning we see that in Fiji or Australia there was a big earthquake, thousands of people died, something like that. And in several other instances like that from Sri Ramakrishna's life also. Vivekananda, for example, he went to Madras beach, I guess, and there with his disciples he was taking a morning walk, and he saw a poor woman. At that time, see, the poor people that we see today are different from, are even much better in looking wise and many ways. But at that time, if you go see in Google how Indians were and how poor Indians were and what kind of desperation and destitution that Indians were facing. Um that was very horrible. So at that time, he saw a woman, very poor, very undernourished, hunger, maybe with a child, with lots of wood sticks on her head, carrying them on the beach, coming against, I mean, like these people were going this way, and she was walking towards them, but on her way, separate way, and the beach, and she suddenly fell. Vivekananda also fell. He felt the wound, the injury that that woman got, or this pain. He felt it in his sides. Okay, he actually felt it. The disciples said, "What happened to him?" Immediately, "What happened, Swamiji? What happened, Swamiji? Look there. Look at that lady. See her plight. I am feeling the same, almost literally in my body." This was the amount of empathy, you can say, or it's not even empathy, oneness he was able to feel with this world. And there is a famous poem. It's not famous, sorry. There is a not famous poem called Break All Other Idols. Read it. I urge you all with folded hands. Please read it. That is what Vivekananda's message. He expressed himself much better in his poems than in the prose. You read it. He says, break all other idols. Like right in front of you, whatever you are seeing, whatever you are hearing, whatever you are perceiving, even with these five senses, very five senses, it's God. Everything is God. My whole dissertation is about this one line Vivekananda said in his Inspired Talks. Do not seek Him, just see Him. You don't have to seek as if God is hiding somewhere. You don't have to search for God. Everything that you are seeing is verily Brahman. Brahman is God, vibrating, pulsating, visible, palpable Brahman. This is what Vivekananda said. These are his words. And these are not his words. These are his heartbeats that he has put in these poems. He suffered a lot, okay, all his life, to be able to give this message to the people. Sahasra Sirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishwata Ritva Atyatishtat Dashangulam. He, with all these thousands of heads, he is the one that you are seeing all the time, good as well as evil, the righteous one and the sinful one. Sorry. Everybody, man, woman, black, white, brown, irrespective of color, caste, creed, language, sex, nationality, everything. Not just this planet, the whole universe, of course, but just because generally all the people, listeners, and my understanding is limited to this planet, let us at least think about this planet, the nature that you are seeing, the circumstances, God in the form of circumstances. Please understand, this is every day with you. You don't have to go anywhere. He said it is good to be born in a church and not to die there. What does it mean? It means that it is good to be born in a church, in the sense, in amidst a tradition, a heritage of rituals and basics of religious devotion, puja, and several other things, symbols and marks and all of those things. But you have to, during your life, okay, you have to pay Shraddha attention to all these things and try to overcome, outgrow all these things and become a greater person. And that, what is that greater person? Who, after having gone through this training with all this paraphernalia and rules and regulations, you have to go beyond the rules. You have to be able to, like a great poet who sees anything and can write poetry. Okay, a great musician who can see anything, hear anything, feel anything, and sing songs just like that, like Tyagaraja. Or like, see, these artists are able to do it. Why is not a spiritual person able to do it? That is what spirituality means. To be able to see what you are not seeing in what you are actually seeing. Okay, every day. This is what Vivekananda wanted us to grow. So, if you are dying in the church amidst the same rituals and all the paraphernalia and all the basic helpful things, that means you have not progressed. This is what Vivekananda meant. So, please, my fellow followers of Vivekananda, understand the importance of Vivekananda's heart, reaching to Vivekananda's heart. When you read books, people are first of all not reading the books. Number one. Number two, not analyzing enough if you read. Number three, after analysis, not feeling the Vivekananda's heart. What is he trying to communicate overall? What is his life all about? Did he have to come to this world and go through all the pain that he had to for himself? No, he was not of this world. Swami Ashokananda defined him as a comet that has come, visited this earth. This comet is still not on this earth, but it did not touch the earth. It was there in the sky. People were able to see, awestruck, and it has given a lot of light to this world. It is telling us that far, far away, there is still this existence, extension of this existence, and there is so much more to learn, understand beyond this material world. And it just went away. It just disappeared one day. Okay. The message is profound, and that comet left a lot of literature behind, which we have to thank his followers who have preserved such literature for the generations to come. He has initiated many people into a work. He has given direction to so many people, which direction, if they follow, it will help them also, and also the world in an immense measure. One of such great followers was Ranganathananda, who talked about eternal values for a changing society. The society is always changing. One of the other very important messages of Vivekananda is truth does not pay homage to any society, ancient or modern. Society must pay homage to truth or die. Just imagine the depth of what he says. He also said, they alone live who live for others, the rest are more dead than alive. Now, that is to only communicate. He never being able to see the otherness in others. They're actually not others. But for you, because you would not understand if I don't use the word others, I'm using the word others. So, the otherness is Maya. It is all I, that is Jnana. Sri Ramakrishna says, there, that is Ajnana. Here, this is Jnana. Then, that is Ajnana. Now, this is Jnana. Please understand what these mean, the implication of this. So many people say Ramakrishna only wanted people to be like him, mad for God and all. Yes, he did. But can you interpret what really Ramakrishna wanted to say to us without Vivekananda, bypassing Vivekananda? Are you that egotistic? No, we cannot afford that. So it is very clear that we have to be able to reach Ramakrishna and Mother Sharada only through Vivekananda. It may take time, it may take few lives, so what? Lives are being given to you for free, or have you paid even 500 rupees for that? For free. Who is giving you this? This whole existence is giving you these lives, this body, this great intellectual faculty. What are these for? What is the purpose of all these things? If not to dedicate this as freely as given to you, and if not to dedicate these so freely to all of the humanity's benefit and welfare, for their permanent welfare. If not for that, what are these faculties for? What is the purpose, utility, and worth? This thing, the work Vivekananda is talking about, let us complete it. The work Vivekananda was talking about is to show a sustainable, permanent solution that is harmonious for every person at any station of life, coming from any different colors of life. I say it colors. Okay. For example, being a man is a color, woman is a color, being foreigner or German or Oriental is a color, and Occidental is a color. Being a Telugu person is a color, Hindi person, Bengali person, or German, Spanish. These are all colors of the existence. Can you say one color is superior to the other? Can you? No. Every color is just a color. They're all complementary. So from all these various backgrounds, whoever has any problem of any depth, you should be able to have a solution to that. And all of those solutions should be non-self-contradictory. They should not be against each other. They should all form a beautiful package of solutions, which overall should be called a resolution. Because this resolution, if undertaken, will not give rise to any other problem. All the solutions that we are today applying in the society or in our own lives, in personally also, are those solutions that give rise to different problems. If not now, we are only postponing our problems. We are pushing our problems into the future or to the other person or to the other country. These are not solutions. You are managing. We don't want problem management. We want solving the problems. For that, what do you have? What is the darshana, vision you have? First, sort out what is the vision that you have to solve all the problems in this world at once, forever, and harmonious way and applicable universally. Okay? If you have it, that vision, do you have a model for it? That this vision can work, it is practical. Do you have a model in which at least 1,000 people can live and are showing that solution in its practical form in their own lives, living together in a village or a sort of place where all these systems about justice, about protection, about production, how you produce, what is the economy, about economy, what kind of psychology must be there, what kind of philosophy is conducive to everybody's benefit. Do you have all of them together, which is a practical darshana, a vision? And do you have the proof for that? If you do, that becomes the mission. So Vivekananda's mission or work will come first when you understand his vision. But you have to also admit that he has not spoon-fed things to you. He has inspired, motivated you. He has given a direction. He has given a great energy capsule to you. You were going in a different direction. He has shown the purpose, etc. He has said so many things. But you need to be able to understand in the language that he has said that language belonged to 19th century. Okay. Or 20th century. So you need to be able to understand in today's terms what Vivekananda meant. What Vivekananda would have done today if he were alive. What he would have said, thought. Okay. In that direction. In that way, if you are able to think about everything, every problem, you will find solutions. And mind you, one solution, two solutions are not what is requirement. We want solution for everything at once. That is a permanent solution. Okay? It is possible. Most of the followers of Vivekananda sadly think that it is all delusion, Maya, etc. Those are Mayavadis. ISKCON people or some Hare Krishna movement people criticize us for being Mayavadis. You will make their words come true. They are not right. But you will make their words come true if you indulge in this Mayavada. That is all Maya. I will go towards Brahman only. Then how can Maya exist apart from Brahman? For that, Maya has to have power. From where Maya will get power if not from Brahman? If Maya is getting the power from Brahman, then is Maya not Brahman? Brahman is, like beautifully explained by Sri Ramakrishna, is the stationary form of the snake. The dynamic form of the snake when it is moving, that is Maya. It is still the same snake. Okay. Please understand, these are all very, very deep sayings. We cannot just, celebrate National Youth Day or do all these nominal things and say we are followers of Vivekananda. He would be ashamed. I would myself be ashamed if somebody does that with me. And that is why I do not follow some rules, or I do not follow. I do not wish to have people that are shallow around me. I make them flee by just drawing their disapproval. What do you approve? This? Okay, I don't do that. Then you go. Right? So, like Vivekananda wanted only few people in Thousand Island Park with whom he can give his best message. He can actually mold them in Thousand Island Park. Though he used to have tens of thousands of audience everywhere he went, he did not wish. After some time, he said, "This is not the work that I want to do. This is not the kind of attention that I want to have and draw. I want few sincere souls willing to do anything, pure, unselfish, sincere to the backbone." So those people were what Vivekananda wanted. And I wish we will all be that kind of people. And I'm also similarly, I used to have a lot of audience. Every day I used to speak to nearly 1,000 people. But I did not wish to continue. It has no point. It is all shallow. We need a few people, but upright people who will not bend to the way the society wants everybody to bend. Society, if you give them a chance, they will want to bend anything. They will want truth to dance to society's tunes. Will you allow that? No. No. Society has to dance to the tune of truth. Make it happen. And I wish we will all make it happen and be worthy of being called Vivekananda's disciples. Thank you.